Hello, my dear friends. Hope you all be fine and doing well. Thank you so much for joining me again, my dear friends. This is another sequence of videos. That is the third videos from Scotch Gambit. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can dominate the entire position and how you can play with the opening that you can checkmate any other strong player. So if you interested in such a opening that you can play with any level of chess player, so I am definitely suggesting this opening, and this one is very fantastic. So in the two videos I already told you a little bit more information about this Scotch Gambit. So again I'm going to show you how you can play Scotch Gambit. So you have to start thing, and if you don't have any problem, so you should watch the previous first video and second video. So this is the third video, and I am going to show you how you can play this opening. In here the Scotch Gambit starts from here when your opponent takes the pawn. So now you have this position. So in a first sequence I told you, in a first variation, if your opponent take out the bishop into b4, so what would happen? So in the first video I told you, in the second video I told you about the second variations. For example, if your opponent take out his bishop into c5, what will happen? So in such a situations I told you, you should push the pawn into c3. So I told you in the second video that if your opponent takes your pawn for free in here, so how you can take back your pawn in here. So you are taking the pawn into f7, and after giving a check, it is easily you can take back your bishop. But I'm suggesting you that if you are playing with your opponent, you should play like this. If you are in a black pieces, you have for example, if your opponent playing against you this opening, so on that time you should not take this pawn into c3, because this is not a good move. So now I'm telling you, my dear friends, another variation that your opponent as a black can play against you. So the best move in here, my dear friends, for black pieces is to playing knight into f6. Majority of chess players, when they are in master levels, they know that taking the pawn into c3 is not suitable and it's not benefited for them. So therefore they are finding the best move in here, and they are taking out their knights into f6. So the best move in here, if you face with such a problem, so the best move in here is pushing the pawn into e5. You have to threaten your opponent that your opponent should take out his knight. So now you are as a white in a very good position, and you are threatening your opponent. So my dear friends, in here your opponent has different places to go. For example, the first square is to go into g4, and the second one is going to e4, and the third one is going to e5. For example, if he decides to come into g4, so in such a situation, so my dear friends, you have to take the pawn in the center d4. So your opponent cannot take it because you have the knight and also the queen. So therefore it would not be a good move for your opponent, and he is not doing such a thing. So for example, if he decides to go this variation, what would happen? So if your opponent decides to place his knight into e4, so you have two best move in here. The first one is to put your bishop into d5. This one is very fantastic. So when you are putting your bishop into d5, you are threatening your opponent knight, and also you have the best moves in here and the best position. So for example, your opponent decides to take your pawn in here, so you have to take it back. So your opponent is taking your knight by check, so he has this check, so you have to simply go to g3, and after that he is taking, because if he is not taking, you are taking, so you should take it back the pawn. So in here, my dear friends, as a white player, you have lots of good positions, because your bishops are free, and you have lots of good positions in here, and no one can stop your queen everywhere you want to go. But see, your opponent is locked, and also all the positions are locked for your opponent. And so in such a situations, your opponent is not doing such a thing. So my dear friends, it was the third variation in this video, and a little bit more I'm telling you about this opening. If you start this opening again, I'm taking you to the positions that I already uh, showed you. So when you are pushing the pawn, so your opponent is taking back the knight. So in here I told you the base move is to pushing the pawn into e5. So your friend is opponent is taking the knight into e4. So I told you that if you take your bishop into d5, what would happens in the first part of this video. So in here I'm not going to repeating this one. So in here you have another option, and that is very fantastic and brilliant, and that is going to check. So when you are going check, so your opponent is taking the knight, so you are taking back, so definitely he will take it. So now it is easy to take it back. So now if he takes, so now you are simply taking. In here also you have the winning position, so you should not worry about these positions. In every situations when you are facing in this opening, you have the winning position. So my dear friends, you should not worry about the things that happened in this game. So it was the second variation I told you, and I hope you enjoyed from this video. So in the another video I am telling you about the another variations, that if your opponent take out the knight, what would happen. So in here one another thing remain also, I'm going to show you. This is also really important and it's happening. So my dear friends, again, so I'm taking you in the real position. So in here you are if you are playing with your opponent, for example, if you have the black pieces in here, so when your opponent pushes the pawn into e4, so the best move in here, my dear friends, the best move in here for black pieces is not to shake the knight into other square. The best move in here is to push the pawn into d5. So this would be the best move if you are playing with white pieces. If you are playing as a black with your opponent that has white pieces, so I'm suggesting you to play this move. This would be better than moving your knight. So in here you should uh, as a white, you should place your bishop in this square. So in such a situation, so your opponents, if he decides, so definitely you have this brilliant move. For example, if he gives you a check, so in here you have to cover it with your knight. So when he takes, so you are taking back. At least in here the black is in a bad position, but at least it is good for black. But in white pieces, again, I'm telling you that you have this sequence, and also you have lots of attacking positions in here. So definitely in Scotch Gambit, lots of opportunities and chances will come to the white pieces. So that's why I'm suggesting you, if you want to choose one opening that you can control the entire game, and you should be able to checkmate any levels of your opponents, so definitely I'm suggesting you to try this Scotch Gambit and playing with yourself. So thank you so much, my dear friends. And another video I'm telling you about the another variations, and please share it with your friends and subscribe to your channel. In this channel I'm going to bring the openings from zero to hero, so you should not have any doubt, and you should not have any complaints that why these positions happen like this. I'm bringing some most important openings with all the variations I'm explaining to you. So in 2-3 openings you should be expert, and you can checkmate and play against any level of chess players. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope